Hey everybody, what the hell happened here?
I'll be in
It's
charge. I don't care.
Tuesday. It's from the barracks. I'm Turquoise Players Wanted, and my entire situation. There we go. That looks better. Uh, with me, it's not a party until he comes out. Wiener with New Breed Airsoft. Down below, it's the man in charge, Sonic from New York City Airsoft, and
Woo!
Bad Blood
Hey,
Series,
Sonic.
and of course, the man with the plan, the man with the sight. Look at all that beautiful stuff in the background, Daniel McKnight from Black Tiger Airsoft. How
Yeah,
you all
Black
doing
Tiger's
today?
here. Wait. There we go. So you can see mine, you can't see yours. Yeah, you have to hold yours up. Mine's right in the show.
All right.
I don't have a fancy streaming setup like you guys do.
It's
I
not that
literally
fancy.
have a webcam, two cheap lights, and whatever.
Yeah, here's my light. Oop, there it is. There's one. There's two.
So I will tell you guys, I'm putting myself on mute quite a bit. I came back home with a pretty gnarly cough.
He's
But
got COVID.
tonight we're going to talk about Bad Blood, and then we're going to talk about Black Tiger Airsoft. So it's a two for tonight. We got two topics to talk about. So I want to thank everybody for coming on, and everybody that's joining in and that watches us live. Thank you all very much for coming on. And this time I did not have to go to TikTok thing. We are streaming all in one spot, so I don't have to have anything else open. So this is fantastic.
And I was on time.
Fantastic. Oh, sort
You
of.
were.
After getting a phone
What?
call.
Kinda.
We had to call me because he sent me the wrong link earlier.
I sent them to the link first, then I sent it to you, sir. Everybody had the same link. I just think
Yeah, well,
you're
apparently
old
it didn't come up.
boomer that don't know technology. But
I know
anyways,
technology well. Click on it and boom, it opens up. But look, it didn't open up. It opened up with something different.
evidently not. Anyways,
Here, I'll do
so
it again.
so first thing we're going to talk about is over the weekend we had a great time about EMR event park for the one event I go to every single year, rain or shine, and that is Bad Blood. I love the Bad Blood series. It's a hell of a lot of fun. It's a blast. I particularly look forward to the second day, which is Dead Blood, where I look like I got the measles at the end of it.
From the
And
sound of it, you probably did.
I got some. No, I don't know. And evidently, the wife is joining the stream for some reason.
Hey, Star.
Did you all notice how she just covered up her chest as she walked away?
Was
Jesus,
it
Well,
showing off too much cleavage again?
that's like
Your view count jumped up for a second. It's weird.
it
Yeah.
did. It's like ding, ding, ding. I mean, look. So for those who don't know what Bad Blood is, it's a charity event for
Yorty.
people. This one is for I can never
type 1
remember the full.
diabetes.
It's for type 1 diabetes, but there's a name of a foundation that's there.
Yeah.
You already said hi, Star. And
Oh, fine. Didn't tell her I said hi.
Wiener said you're a bitch.
I did not.
Breakthrough T1D.
There we go. That's the thing. And that is a really awesome charity to benefit and everything else. So every single year, I really look forward to this event. Every year, we blow a stack of money on tickets for the event. I mean, we try to have a good time with it. And on a whole, it was that EMR event park again this year. Ian, how many people were there again?
Not counting our staff, the official roster was 420 showed. So it was a little lower than we've been in the past, but honestly, it didn't feel it. It felt packed out there. And I could be
Tyler.
anywhere on the field and I was going to run into somebody doing some shenanigans, and it was great seeing everybody out there and just really having a chance to really move around and see as much of the field as possible, and getting lost and all kinds of crazy stuff. And yeah, it was a great day. I was really, really happy with the whole weekend.
It was it was a great weekend. Like I was part of the Black Shirts and Marxist were mixed into one team called Black and Tan. We sort of did that at the end of last year. It worked out well. The two armies are the ones that are usually the least populated of the armies out there, and it worked out well this year.
Yeah.
Mark Anthony Archimedes, he was the CO, I was the XO. And I'm going to reiterate that to all the Black and Tan. I was the loudmouth XO. I cannot be CO and do
Wait,
what I
you
do.
never.
Oh yeah. And so I'm gonna have video. I meant to try to cut video today. I napped half the day because I'm sick. But Ian, when it comes down to your AAR, I'm gonna have some video cut, especially me turning around. We warned the players on both black and tan and everything else that hey, you all have one warning. If we're yelling move, 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 and you're not moving, you're taking cover, and I'm yelling at you, I will shoot you.
Why is it
And I
when you
did.
say black and tan, it sounds so racist?
It's not
Why are
like
we
that.
friends?
I
Oh,
I
I know
I
it's not. It's just when Mark says it. It's just
I,
weird.
I based it off of it's a fictional unit based off of a real British Army unit based in outside of Nairobi. But really the origins come from the Irish Republicans. So but
So
I'm not going to get into the politics of that.
yeah, um, it really was. The two armies worked really well when they started going through the. At first, the guys were like, some of the guys were like, "This is what we're doing." I was like, "We are not stopping. We are going to march across the field, get all of our stamps, then go CO hunting." And they're like, "Okay, bet." When we started off and we went right to the pine forest, the first thing we ran into was Green Army. Most of our stamp collectors got their stamp the first round, which was perfect.
Yeah.
Then we went to go pull out. Now, one of the things that I know we discussed this in our team thing last year, we had how we moved the armies around was advancing the flag. And we moved our flag right to that flagpole, which was a great option for us. But after that, there was a little bit of confusion about, where the actual spawns were, people shooting in. Um, but Ian, you came up with you saw as an event host, you saw what was going on, you saw the confusion and everything else, and I'll give you mad amounts of credit. You made a modification immediately, going back to an established rule we already had, and we fixed it pretty quick. So,
And not to pat my own back. I felt that the minute we made that change and the players adapted, the rest of the day was just smooth sailing. There was no confusion. There was no what do I do? Where do I go? How do I get back in the game? It's easy. That guy with
So
the yellow flag, do what he says, and it was that easy. Like there was no trying to. Well, I'm on the
hey,
other side of
Danny,
the field, and
mirror
where's my
mirror your camera. I think that'll fix that image of yours.
yeah?
under video.
There you
There you
go.
go.
Now try putting it up. There you go.
There it is. Nice. But yeah, like in if having your flagpole, on the other side of the AO from where you guys are, well, then they got to take that walk. And while the mechanic is there, it works. We didn't really, it was causing confusion, like you said. So let's adapt, let's overcome, and we did. And everybody took to it real quick. The
It made
COs and the embeds were all on board, and boom, we rolled, and it was great the rest of the day.
you actually felt you felt the entire thing shift when that happened too. You felt the vibe change to people are being more relaxed and going through and having a good time. I mean, there was definitely one moment where we won't mention a particular green CO shooting into a bunch of dead players, Brad. Um, but AWOL. But the reality was, it's like once we got past all that, and that change happened at like what, noon?
Yeah,
It was
right as the good old sun started to really start to bake us. We're like, okay, this
no,
isn't working. Let's figure this out.
that didn't start until like about 1 o'clock or
Oh,
so.
okay.
But it was before that. But it was just there was this one moment that was really it was funny, but it wasn't funny, right? Um, Black and Tan, we're moving over. We just took Castle Numbskull or Skull Tower, depending on which way you guys want to put it. Timmy said Numbskull. I'm going with Numbskull, and we got it. We're like, all right, where's the thing? Oh, look, the sample's down inside the near the ravine, and I just watched one guy run, trip, and just do this tumbling roll towards it. I'm like,
Yep. Only thing stopping him's a tree. Yeah.
um, so they moved it up, and as we're waiting for them to reset it, because they're like, there's no good spots up here. I was like, I get it. There's a couple structures that's cool. That tower right there is where it was one year, and it worked really well. And as they're arguing, debating amongst the tribals, all of a sudden, up my back with full auto. I was like, oh God, what the hell? I was
Yep.
like, what are y'all doing? And then here comes green right by our spawn flag. I was like, that's our spawn. They go like, no, it's not. I was like, what do you mean it's not? He goes, your flag's not there. I was like, it was just there. Somebody took off and ran with it to another location. It's like, ugh.
Yeah,
So
that was the beginning of okay, things are not progressing as they should. Let's fix this. We have the ability.
shut up, Wiener.
But see, that's kind of what makes me
Dominic.
so happy is the fact that we could actually change a game mechanic mid-game and everyone rolled with it and it just worked.
So Danny, you run events too, right? At Black Tiger.
Yeah, dude. Actually, our first event is going to be this weekend. Our first like event that I mean, we have day and night games and all that. I consider those like not events, but just like a special thing. We don't do it every weekend, kind of deal. And we do have raffles and all that. But this weekend coming up is going to be our first like official event that we ran.
So the four of us are all event producers in addition to other things. So it's one of those things that when you see and feel like something's not working and able to make an adjustment. And we got the word out to almost all the players within 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Hey, we're changed this. And the players are like, I mean, I can't like as soon as Ian came over and said, hey, we're doing this, all of a sudden you hear the one guy, somebody like right next to us goes, thank God mobile respawn, and he ran off.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it works, you know. All right, go ahead.
no, it's fine. Hey, Jesus, can you like stop like with all the typing there, sir?
What? I wasn't at Bad Blood, so this doesn't concern me.
Yeah, well, you could ask questions, but you don't have to sit there and go Garcia, top.
I kept messing it up. I just said
Yeah,
yes.
I know.
If you notice, I spelled Garcia. I didn't spell Garcia. That's why I correct it.
Anyways,
Fast type.
so the great thing about Bad Blood is the gameplay itself is very easy. Like there's a couple guys always that show up expecting a milsim, and we try to let them down. They don't get let down easily enough, and they get a little bit frustrated. But before I jump into all that, let's talk about like the importance of like Daniel. You're the next one that has an event. It's on the 4th of July, which is Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so Friday you have an event. When is registration opening?
Registration opens at 1.
Okay, when does it end?
Never. Well, it depends. On Friday, we're open. Registration opens at 1. If you want to if you want to be in the gameplay, you should be getting there like 8 a.m. Get your spot and everything. Black Tiger officially opens at noon, but 1 o'clock. Yes.
So what does Chrono typically shut down?
Chrono's be going all day.
But there's an end time for Chrono, right? Because
Yeah.
eventually you can't Chrono anymore. All right, I was trying to get you to say a couple of the things because Ian and I'm still steamed about it. Friday, we were supposed to keep originally in the player packet. We had registration up until 8 o'clock at night. Chrono open at 8, but then we realized in the last two live streams, like, oh, we can't have Chrono open till 8 o'clock because the night game starts at 7:30. So day of Bad Blood, we've been telling everybody for weeks, for months, make sure you guys get there early, get registered, get chronoed, right? 3 o'clock is early, right? So then a dude walked. We had 20 minutes where nobody was at chrono Friday, nobody was at registration.
Well, I want to preface at 6:30, I started making announcements that we were going to start shutting down. And if you weren't registered, you weren't signed in, you weren't chronoed, now is your time to do it. So it's not like we just willy-nilly decided, hey, we're done. The announcements were being made. So go ahead.
Yeah.
They had a warning.
About another event producer?
Was that?
Are you bitching about another event producer?
No, I'm bitching about ourselves.
No, because I was gonna complain about the patches we never got for the
Yeah,
last.
guess what? The funny thing is, guess what else didn't show up for this one?
Yeah, there's a reason for that.
Okay. So no, the reason I'm actually bitching about player mentality,
Yeah.
right? And look, if this was you, just change it for next time, right? Whenever I go to events, I always try to get there early enough to make sure I get registered to get chronoed before things get dark. The staff are there. Like I can tell you, Ange, who rocked it in registration, was up at 9 o'clock in the morning. We're on site at noon.
It's because
And
she
we
couldn't
went
get away
from,
from you fast enough.
huh?
That's because she couldn't get away from you fast enough.
We don't need your negativity today, sir.
That wasn't negativity. That was positive on her part.
Shut up. Anyways, um, yeah, by the time that 7 o'clock rolls around, a lot of our people which are volunteers. I volunteer there. I didn't get paid. Ian, did you get paid?
Nah,
Wait,
We're
you
all
guys are getting
volunteers.
paid?
no, we don't get paid. It's a charity event.
It's a charity event. We're all volunteers. So by the time 7 o'clock rolls around, nobody's been at Reg for 20 minutes. Nobody's been at Chrono for 20 minutes. And I know nobody was at Chrono for 20 minutes because where I was standing I was watching both sides because like Ian, we're deciding, all right, what's for dinner, right? We want to get off site. We want to decompress a little bit. We did our handshakes and everything else. The decision was made to go to, so I know at 7 o'clock on the dot, like Buck had everything cleaned up and everything was upstairs by 7:01. I know it because I looked out the window. I was upstairs in the Wolf's Lair, and Buck came in. I looked at the thing. I was like, "Oh, let me go find out what we're doing for dinner." At 7:01, Chrono shit got dropped off, and nobody had been at Chrono for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So go down. We find out where it is, and of course, I got to say my goodbyes. All the other Moot Dog and Sonic take off, and next thing you know, a dude comes up to me with a really big attitude. Why'd you shut down registration? I was like, "Whoa, bro."
No one was here.
I didn't shut down registration. Registration was closed. Registration's been closed for about 15. At this point, it was about 14 minutes. I was like, and he goes, I drove 5 hours. It's like, cool story, bro. And he goes, well, you're staff. I was like, I'm not staff. I'm a volunteer. I don't know why you're in my face, but let me make a phone call and see what I can do. And the entire time he started, then I found out that he started with EMR staff. Then he went on to, then he went after my daughter, and my daughter's the one that sent him over to me. So it's like you have three people that you're now you're getting into faces a whole bunch of people, and I'm going to give Brad Walls here some credit in a minute because he's really stepped up. I made a phone call to Ian. Ian's like, well, if you could get Buck to do Chrono, I called Buck at 7:18. Buck's like, sucks to suck, bro. It ain't happening. That's a direct quote, by the way. Now, at that point in time, the guy was still copping out while I was on the phone with Ian trying to make the phone call. He's still barking at me, and I put my phone like this, like, can you not see him on the phone trying to solve this? I went back to it. I then called Buck. Buck said no. And then four other people came up during all this, and they're looking at like, look, we're here for the night game. We drove a while, but if you can't make it, we're so sorry. We'll understand. So then I was like, all right. I made it because those four people were nice. I made a decision because I could not get back in touch with Sonic. We'll get registration open. Let me grab a chrono, and I turned to the guys that were sitting there, and Brad says, "You just need somebody to chrono them." I was like, "Yeah, they're not going to be chronoed for the event. They just need to be chronoed for the night game. Can you stand here and do these?" And we got 9 people chronoed. Now, here's the problem that comes up with all of it, where the frustration comes in. All of us that work there want to try to make things as easy and open as possible for everybody, right? The night game briefing was supposed to start at 7:30. It didn't start till like 7:45. Then you had people still being allowed to get in at 8:15. So the night game started late, and that's not fair to other players. What the gist of all this is, in the future, if you guys are having a problem with or understanding, get there early. Don't show up at 7 o'clock because who knows how long the line is. We might cut the line off because we have to close Chrono at 8 o'clock. Chronos don't work with no light. So understand all this. All right. So that was the thing. And I'm gonna say that for the Dead Blood game, nobody's gonna be allowed on in the future after we've already blown the horn and let it go.
No, you're right. You're right about that. When it comes to the Friday chrono, and I've said it on multiple different streams how much I hate the idea of airsoft time, right? So
Yeah.
people who are sticking to the schedule, I commend them for that. I really do. And the schedule did say till 8 o'clock. We talked about it 7:30 to give primer the ability to actually get people on the field and stuff like that. So, but schedules the packet for next year's already been changed. It says what time chrono ends. Or starts. Does not have an end time. All it says is until staff determines we are closed.
Because sometimes that's the case it's got to be. Like, we'll always, I think what it is like 5 minutes before any night game.
Yeah.
Or if there's players that are night game briefing, because if there's
Yeah.
any players in the night game that are also volunteer staff,
Yeah.
they should
Especially if you did come and you look at the amount of effort that Primer put into a 2-hour pre-op. I want to give him as much time as possible. Like he went above and beyond for what is expected for a 2-hour night game. And I
let's
think it's
give
great that
Ted
he
those
did it.
props.
So
'Cause he
let's
did a
give him
badass
the
job.
time to actually give you what he planned. And by pushing and pushing and pushing, because there was a finite time the night game had to end. So by pushing it and pushing it just means you get less playtime, because he had no choice but to end at 10 o'clock. Like, he couldn't push it another 20 minutes or anything like that because we started late. No, his end was 10 o'clock.
Because the big thing about registration is that makes sure we have your waivers, so you're legally allowed to be on the field. That you're
Right.
even supposed to be at the event, because this event there were no sales at the door. So, anyways, going past the negative, going on to the positive, the gameplay was fantastic. Where we marched across the field, it was actually an absolute blast. Once again, Black and Tan walked the entire field 4 times, because we had to look for one goddamn box, which was hidden. And there was no tribals defending it, which was corrected for next year. But the other
Yeah.
cool thing about it was, I will say, the last, for at least on Black and Tan side, and I think I could speak for Green a little bit, the last 15 minutes of the day was some of the best firefights, because it was constant. It was nonstop. It was absolutely fantastic. It was a great time. And while we didn't get a chance to kill AWOL, the CEO of Green, we definitely send the wall of people up multiple times. I gave out 22 wiener hood rat shit patches. And it's because of that 15-minute span. It was great.
Especially in that last half hour, 20 minutes. I wasn't counting, obviously, but I saw the least amount of attrition from Black and Tans.
Yeah.
Like, you guys were in it to win it until 4 p.m. hard. And it was great. Like, I positioned myself at the castle at the very end, so I, make sure I had radio comms with everybody and stuff like that. And I could kind of see what was going down, because at the end of the day, all kinds of congregate right in the middle, And yeah, I'm watching people, just because, especially when we went touch and go respawn,
Oh my
I
god.
watch people like, you guys are gassed. They've been out there since 10 o'clock in the morning, and they are just running full tilt to get back into it for the last 5 minutes. And I was like, that's why I'm here. It's, yes,
Just
it's just to see the people who just, I know, have less energy than I do. And I was wiped to see them just pushing that little bit extra just to have that much more fun for 5 more minutes in the day. That's why I do it.
I cannot stress enough the pride that I had in those players that stuck with it from start to finish, to just power through everything. That last 10 minutes was, I mean, there was a point where we finally said, look, I can't do anything. I de-kitted. I was only down to my shirt. I had my admin flag out, and I was standing up marking 50 feet, and I said, you guys cannot fire till you get past me. They would run up as soon as they passed me, running into a hail of full auto fire. It was as if something right out of like World War II. Like, if you saw Enemy at the Gates, that's what it was.
Yeah.
The man with the gun shoots. The man with the ammo follows. But the man with the gun shoots. The man with the ammo picks up the gun and fires.
Hey, Jay.
It
Yeah, it
was
was great.
absolutely fantastic. We also got the HVTs, both of them. One was Ange and one was Moondog's niece. It was really funny because Marxist Black and Tan. There's Deus Ex on one side, there's Green on the other of Pine Forest. They're fighting each other. The HVT's right in the middle. Here comes Black and Tan. Yoink and away.
I thought it was great too, because the way I had mapped it out in my head of how I thought the route whatever team got them was going to take, right? So I positioned myself in the middle of the field, expecting to see them coming from a specific area. And then I'm just waiting around, baking in the sun. I got AWOL and Davenport kind of following me, going, "Hey, what's that? What's that? What you got there? What you got there?" I was like, "Nothing. Go away." And then I finally called Moondog and said, "Hey, what's going on with the mission?" And then you piped it, "Oh, we got him. We're on our way." I was like, "Who the hell are you?"
It was our Alamo. It was actually it was very much a fun time. Players came off high-fiving. The enemy came off high-fiving. Now, there was a few things that, I mean, obviously we need to talk about, maybe at the safety thing for the next time of if there's somebody standing there with the flag, it does not mean shoot them more. It means they're an admin. Because I was getting lit up by a guy that had clear line of sight, and I'm holding the flag in front of me, and I look behind me just like, is there anybody near me? And it's not, and I'm like, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I waved the flag, he shoots me more. So then I walked over and I go, what are you doing? You know, clearly
Yeah,
I am
kill
not
is a
playing.
kill. I don't care what
Yeah.
that means.
Like, all in all, I've said this to multiple people. I felt that this was probably the smoothest Bad Blood in a long time.
The weather held out,
The weather
which was
held out.
great.
I think the people finally listened in. We had very few, if any, heat cases. And we had, I think, only like two injuries. One was minor, one was treated as major, but turns out he was fine. It was great.
One
Everybody,
guy face planted.
yeah. One guy had to get concussion protocol, but I found out he's actually fine. They were just
Yeah.
scared. But yeah, it was great. Everybody followed the guidelines. Everybody followed the rules. I didn't get called once for this guy isn't calling hits. There were no screaming matches out there. I was just really happy with the caliber of players that came out, staff and not staff. Everybody was an absolute professional, and I just hope it just gets better and better from there, because that's what I want. I want I actually just got the numbers while we were talking. The 427 people who paid to be there. I want you to come back and bring a friend. That's what I want, because you guys were the best players we've had in a long time.
Yeah, and on top of that, the raffle was huge again. We
Yeah,
had a lot of stuff that was given away. It was absolutely a blast. Um, I mean, the player mentality out there was fantastic this time around. It also probably helped that we had like 300 less than last year with the mentality. But it was a huge shout out. I mean, we got a shout out Amped, Jackal Tactical, EMR, Evic.
And honestly, the food vendors who kept everybody going.
Dude, those gyros, I love those gyros. Um, if I wasn't such in a hurry to leave, I would have grabbed another one to go. She makes they're absolutely fantastic. I know people enjoyed the adult beverage vehicle that was there. So that after the game ended,
Of course, because there's no intoxicants when you're holding the weapon, real or not. So yeah, it was great. Everyone was great. I can't say enough good things about it. The staff who worked with me are some of the best staff I think I've ever had, and I've been co-running this game with Moondog for over 10 years now, and yeah, the great, amazing staff, except for Brad. Brad sucks, but
dude,
yeah,
that was hilarious.
it was great. Everybody was absolute professional, blast to be with, and I couldn't have asked for better.
So, Dead Blood, because I'm going to finish up on Dead Blood real quick, then we're going to go to Danny. We're going to talk a lot about Black Tiger Airsoft. Dead Blood is the game I look forward to every single year. I come out looking like I got the measles, the chickenpox, pick your illness, your bubonic plague, whatever. But it's the one event I look out throughout the year. And one of the things I will say is that this year, like I took that bullhorn from Ian, and I was like, nobody's going to bitch and complain that they weren't notified that they had to be here for this, right? That they had to be at registration or get their guns chronoed. So I'm out there inside the campground. Good morning, campers. Please bring your blowback pistols, your gas pistols, and your Springer shotguns to chrono for the dead blood. Please be at the stage at 15 minutes. I kept doing that over and over and over again to get everybody up there. And with the exception of 3 guys that came on late who weren't at the briefing for it, of course, they didn't get the rules of what happens when a zombie's at full run and they get shot and they're slowing down. You could still be touched and you could still be eaten if it's within 3 steps. Well, yeah, that's why you're always there for those briefings. But there was one guy that just earned the shirt. That dude was the last man standing, and when I said he did some football level duking and jumping from side to side, he had the entire horde chasing after him. Not one, not two, the entire damn
as soon
horde.
as somebody yelled "last man standing," and you just saw 45 people just if not more, I don't remember exactly, just converging on this guy, and he was just full on run. It was great.
I'm actually going to pull up that one portion of here. So it's right here.
I didn't know airsoft players can run. I mean, that's pretty amazing.
I know, right? It was just the weirdest thing.
No, it was. There was definitely some people doing some tactical moves and all that to grab people and everything else. Wait, is it here?
Did you get the conga line?
I don't know yet. Oh, here it is. Share screen. There's of course going to be no volume, guys, because of. All right, so there's the last man standing. He's standing right there next to the one zombie he shot, and even the effective said, "No, you got me, man. You're good. You're good." He's in gray. He's all the way back there.
And all these people in the front, they're all dead. Those are all zombies.
We're all infected, and he's backing up, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And then he goes to shoot, and his gun fails.
There he goes.
Run, Forrest, run.
At this point, I was like, "Forget that. I'm not running." He jukes another one.
And they just came from every direction at him, and he was a total sport about it.
He jumped out of the way of that one, and he just gets caught inside the thing, and we finally ate him. So it was. I'm gonna edit this video tomorrow probably and get it going, but that was watching that. It was like, is this the last man standing? He got the Hawaiian shirt this year. So with that being said, Bad Blood, Ian, you're gonna have yours Thursday at 8:00, right?
That's correct. Thursday at 8:00. We're gonna go in depth about everything that went right and went wrong, and pat ourselves on the back and give all the thanks to everybody. And yeah, it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be a good time because it really was. I mean, the funny thing was, I needed that patch. Don't ask me about my wiener because every single time I turn around, Joker, where's Wiener? He's home fixing. He's saving second base. He's fixing a boo machine. I left his ass in Denmark. Insert whatever derogatory comment I can make here. So for us, for the Players Wanted stream, that wraps up Bad Blood for a year, and that technically is my last event. Although I am gonna, depending on how I feel, Danny, make an attempt to show up on the 5th for Danny thing. So with that being said, we're gonna switch gears here, unless you have something else to add, Ian.
No, I don't. Yeah, I kind of want to save everything I can for the NYC Airsoft stream, but yeah, no, just again, thank you to everybody who did come. Thank you to everybody who supports us to do this, and can't wait to do it again.
And it was a two-way tie this year.
Black and
Tan.
It was a two-way tie.
And do sex.
You said you've been doing the event for 10 years now?
I've been co-running it for 10 years. Bad Blood itself has existed since 2009.
And it's always been a community stream, like every single year you do some type of charity event, or
no? It's always been about and charity for bloodborne illness. The creator of Bad Blood's wife had a series of illnesses that through the medical science cured her. So it's why we still have her around. So he decided to dedicate this game to her and everything about bloodborne illness. And diabetes is obviously a massive killer out there, and that can be prevented. So why not raise as much money as possible to put in that fight?
Me?
Yeah. NYC Airsoft as a whole is a charity organization. We don't take profit from the games that we've run over the years. It's strictly charity. It's not a business for us. We do it because we want to do it, and that's how we want to keep it.
Right. And like I said, it's the one event each year. There's 2 events each year we must go to. It's Bad Blood and it's Airsoft Palooza.
Yep.
And because of those 2 events, it really fucked up our Denmark trip.
No, Mark's scheduling fucked up our Denmark trip, but our Denmark trip was not fucked up. We had a blast. We had a great time.
Yeah.
We'll go back again.
Oh.
No, it's sad I don't get to go to events anymore, really, because I'm so busy on the week. I just opened up the new field last year, so it was 1 year in March that we had this new location opened up. So all my effort goes into that. I don't take weekends off. I am working every weekend trying to run games and all of that. So I do want to take time off and actually go to events again. It'd be nice.
Well, one of the things I'll tell you, Danny, is like I told Papa before, there are a couple of these events where even though it's far away from your actual field, there's benefit to it. One of them, you should go to Airsoft Palooza because it's not just a matter about getting the people there. It's a matter about the networking with all the people that are out there for all the different industries and stuff, all across the industry from different companies. That is a really good thing to do. And then Bad Blood is just one where, look, all work and no play make Danny go something.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I played for the first time last week in like 3 months.
That's your own field. That's your own field, though.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but
He's still got a chance. Hey! He's still got a chance to play.
Yeah, you
Okay,
gotta
play.
let him play.
People and people are like, what are you shooting? I'm like, oh, this is the non-rich product I have in my store. You should come to my store and come buy it.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's one of like the things. It's like, I keep telling Greg that all the time, and we force Greg to go to several things. And I know it's hard. Like, it's really hard to have to stop what you're doing and be like, all right, well, I guess. But Palooza is one that you probably really want to go to because of the networking aspect of it.
I want to try to do it. I also told Greg that I was looking forward to him doing another North versus South, but he got really busy and probably is not going to be able to do it. But I told him I wanted to be in charge of the South because the South is civilian clothing. So I wanted to be like the Florida man versus everybody else. So like denim shorts, straw hats. I wanted everyone to have we have fake bug teeth and everything like that. I'm like stereotypical Florida men versus everybody else, and we'll destroy the field.
Yeah, Danny, we'll talk about that North versus South because, we're probably still going to have it.
Okay.
So, and New Breed's going to run it.
I told Greg I want to be in charge of the South.
Okay. That makes my job a lot easier with one half of the go-to.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you're based like south of like Wiener, you're really the North anyway. They're all from New York.
That's true.
So the funny thing
no, they're all from Cuba now, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Did I say that out loud? Sorry.
That's just Miami, man.
Miami is different.
Puerto Rico, Cuba.
So Danny, you had your graphic up there. You have an event, and then we started talking about it. 4th of July, 5th and 6th. I'm going to try to be up there on the 5th. It's going to depend on what this does. I took a nap today. I don't take naps. The wife came home and I was sleeping, and she goes, "Fuck, he's got the plague." That's exactly what she said. I heard her say it, and she shut the door and walked away. And I was like,
"But she does that normally."
No, she doesn't. Shut up. So let's hear about this event.
Yes.
Pricing. When does it start? How can somebody go through and check up on this? When can we do it?
Early bird pricing is already done, unfortunately, but we have a walk-on fee. So it's $70 for all 3 days. So $70 Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday's more of like a party atmosphere. with airsoft included. So we're gonna have fireworks show. Yeah, and let me pull the schedule out. It's just I'm not gonna go.
You had a
while you're
week
trying
to
to pull
be
the scale.
prepared for this,
So
sir.
behind you, is that the latest picture of your field, or has that been more stuff added to it?
Took this one a couple.
Looks, because that's changed quite a bit since I was there last for your March Madness you had there.
A little bit more.
We lost you voice wise.
Up there.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
You're back.
It actually changed since this picture was taken too. This was a couple weeks ago, but we've added more cover for the sun. Like we have more kites out there and everything. And the unfortunate part about Florida airsoft is it's really hot, and in July it's miserable. So the best thing we can do is have some type of sun
Shade.
coverage. So we're adding shade to the field, and then we've been expounding upon the woods. I have probably double the size of my city I have in woods that we've only ever used about 10% of it. Now we're going to be using more of it. We actually have a lot more trails put into it, and the players have been helping me every week. Over the last month, I've had tons of players come and dedicate time to cutting trails, bush hogging, weed eating, and we actually cut a bunch of trails, and then the players themselves have been playing on the last 2 weeks and made their own trails by walking on them. So we've doubled the amount of field that is playable now just based off of people walking on it.
Now that's on your things on the event is on your Facebook page or your blacktigerairsoft.com. Where's the event located to get tickets?
You could buy it if you go to our Facebook page or our website. You could find the link to go to our online store, which the only thing that I use online store for is selling event tickets. And you can buy it there. Is blacktigerairsofststore.com. If you want to buy tickets early, it's the same price whether you buy online or walk on. It's just going to speed you up when you're checking in. Yeah, our early bird tickets are unfortunately up. It saved you $10 if you bought them a month early.
Gotcha. So you have an idea.
Yeah.
So the pictures, I saw some of the pictures from the field and the new paths and stuff you cut. Is that on the Facebook page? Are those on the Facebook page right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I had I was trying to pull the pictures up. I couldn't download them in time. That's what I was trying to do while you guys were talking. But the new paths are done. And then Friday, I'm actually gonna be posting the official event map. And the reason why I'm doing it so late, but that's right, Thursday, I'm posting the event map. The reason why we're doing it so late, though, is because we are literally cutting trails today and tomorrow and Thursday. We're cutting trails, and I didn't want to mark on the map where I want the trails to be. I want to make sure that the trails match what the map's going to be. Like, if I have to change things while cutting, because we're finding more stuff on the field, because we've never been to this part of the overgrown area before, because it's always been underwater because of the hurricanes. Like last year, we got hit by 3 hurricanes, and all that part was underwater. Now it's finally dry enough where you can walk on it. We're overgrowing it. I have a bunch of water mitigation happening on the field.
Nice.
We're moving dirt, so that way, unless we get hit by a direct hurricane again, which hopefully, knock on wood, we don't have that happen again. But we should be good to for the wet season. We won't have the entire half of the field underwater again because of the water mitigation we're doing. The city itself is out of the water. That's the favorite part of the field. Everyone loves it, what we're doing with the city. I do have 3 more shipping containers coming in like 2 months, I want to say. I have a guy, and that's the whole thing. But 2 more shipping containers coming. I'm gonna have new interiors. We're gonna start. I'm actually gonna start compounding them instead of spreading them out so much. We're gonna have more identifiable buildings. Like we have a barber shop, we have the bar, we have the gas station, but we're trying to add more stuff to make it like more of a city. I've only been working on it for a year now, so it just takes time and money and a lot of sun, being in the sun. But
check that out.
What's that?
Yeah, this is
What is that noise?
There's a feedback from Danny. This was I was telling you about before, Danny, like how the Danes built this was like the clean area I was telling you about. On how they built it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
I wish I had a picture of our staging area. We have a covered staging area. It doesn't help you with when it rains, unfortunately. but it's completely shaded so that we have all of our picnic tables in shade so people can set up there and be out of the sun. And we have fans going there normally too. And then normally we have music on the weekend. Like I feel like we have a really good setup for every single weekend. We do Saturday and Sunday. We have big groups come through, and like our chrono setup, our registration, and all that. We have it down to a science. After a certain time, like we close chrono, we move it to the rental shack, so you can chrono throughout the entire event for this upcoming event this weekend. So if you get there late, you go into instead of going to the chrono shack, you go to the rental shack, and then we have the infrastructure built for chrono the entire time. I have the schedule right here though. So Friday, gates open up at 8:00. Black Tiger opens at 1:00. Or no, at noon, 1:00. The first games begin. We have the food truck won't be there till Saturday, unfortunately. But Friday we're doing walking tacos plus additional food for.
So mom's cooking again. Mom's cooking
yeah,
again.
she's doing tacos this time. So
Awesome.
we have all the ingredients, and you can make it. My mom makes awesome food.
Yes, she does. I'll vouch for that.
We normally do it during our day and night games. We always have food, but this time we're doing a food truck on Saturday. That way, it gives us a little bit of a break. And also, I became good friends with a guy who owns a food truck. So I'm like, oh, sweet, 2 years. Like I help him out, and it should be pretty good. We have a fireworks show Friday. We're doing movie night. We're gonna play The Patriot, and then whatever else people want to watch after that. Of course, it's like the 4th of July. It's my favorite 4th of July movie. We have a big giant projector screen. During our day and night games, normally I bring it out and the parents will sit and watch movies. But we have a lot of campers, so a lot of people sign up to camp for the event. So I'm gonna try to see what they want to watch, because normally the parents want to watch like Legally Blonde, which is I'm fine with it. Whatever they want to watch is the parents. The kids are out there having fun. But we're only running games until 8:00 on Friday, because that way we can go transition to the fireworks show and the movie night and all that. Saturday is going to be the heavy gameplay. 8:00 we have my mom's making breakfast for us, so we have French toast, eggs, bacon, sausage, biscuits, and all that. We have big combo packages for breakfast. The first safety briefings will be starting at 9:00. Gameplay starts at 10. We're gonna stop at 1:00. Sorry, I lost my spot.
Wait, are you old like me?
I literally walked off the field just a minute ago. Like when I got in the stream, I got in the shower and went straight to the stream, because I was out there cutting trails right before this. Like whenever Mark messaged me, he's like, "Oh, don't forget, here's your link," and I'm like, I totally forgot about that. I was like, my days are blending together.
I meant to call you like yesterday too to remind you, but like I said, I just been under the weather.
That's all good. All right, so lunch break is going to be from 1 to 2. Gameplay until midnight. We're not doing the raffle till Sunday. The food truck is going to be on site at 4:00. He told me 4:00 to 2000. Yeah, so food truck is going to be there most of the night. They make pizza, wings, garlic bread, that kind of stuff. I think that's what the theme of the food truck. We will do a 6:00 1 hour break for dinner. We have that for the food truck. But if you want to walk off the field early, the food truck's gonna be there most of the night. And then we're playing till midnight Saturday. We have a bunch of theme games. We have the reverse of the Tea Party. Instead of the British losing their tea, the Americans are defending their whiskey. And then the British are defending their tea, and we have the Declaration of Independence. We have a bunch of different stuff going on. Chris is in the game modes, but props.
What's the faction colors look like?
So the Americans are going to be blue, and the British are going to be red. That's pretty much what it is. A lot of people are dressing up, and if not, you're going to be given. We have some hats for people, like the tricorn hats. We're going to give to certain players. and then we're gonna have very thick armbands for people. We're gonna keep it simple. There's not gonna be uniform restrictions. We encourage people to wear stuff, but it's gonna be like a very, very nonchalant, like no tan versus green or whatever. It's just gonna be very big, thick armbands, red versus blue.
Okay. Cool. So people can wear whatever they want.
Yes.
So if they're wearing civvy clothes, wear your colors faction.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if you're going to dress up as a British redcoat or a colonial and all that, we highly recommend your color matches your faction too.
That's what I'm saying. Like if I show up in a Hawaiian shirt and it's a blue Hawaiian shirt, I should probably be playing on
the American side
and not the redcoats.
Yeah, and it's not required, but it's highly encouraged that the British have a posh accent. It's up to you. It says that on the rules. So, on Sunday, same clock, 8 o'clock. We're breakfast. We're going to be doing omelets. Safety briefing at 9:30 for the people that the last minute people that didn't play the Friday or Saturday. Gameplay starts at 10, and raffle starts at 1400. And then after the raffle, we're going to be continuing gameplay until 5:30. So pretty much, yeah, muzzle loaders and powder wigs. I haven't. Some people have sent me pictures of the outfits and all that. I haven't seen a single picture of a powdered wig, which is making me really sad. So hopefully we have that. Someone with a powdered wig and make my day.
Peter wears one of them all the time.
Only on my OnlyFans page.
It's just, so I guess another very important question, because we got hit with this at Bad Blood. So what happens if it rains? Rain or shine, right?
We play rain or shine.
It's Florida. It'll be dry in 2 minutes.
The only thing that's going to stop us is if it's thundering within 5 miles of us. We might do a 30-minute pause to evaluate. I have an app normally, because we do this every weekend anyways. I would say I've only ever halted one game due to lightning. I'm very safe about it. So if it's within 5 miles and all, we'll end the games. But it's looking like it's going to be raining on Friday and possibly on Sunday. Right now, I got to. I mean, the weather changes all the time. But if it does rain, we play rain or shine. It's part of the fun. In my opinion, airsoft in the rain is the best. You can sneak better. You can run around, and all the whiners leave because of the rain. So you're only playing with people that are actually dedicated to airsoft, in my opinion. But the pricing I have right here. So if you want to play one day, it's only $30. If you want to play all 3 days, it's $70. And that's pretty much it. If you have any questions and all that, of course, you can reach out to our Facebook page. You can call our phone numbers. You want to rent anything, if you have any rental equipment, all that. We did a lot of reaching out to the community in a local Plant City area. Trying to get new players to come out and all that. So we do have new players are going to be playing with us. So that's exciting. It's just, in my opinion, it's just our normal weekend style airsoft games with a little bit more structure, a lot more fun, and cool prizes after.
And hydrate.
Yes. Yeah. So there's going to be water on the field. There's going to be water at the stop. I mean, I hope you guys don't rely on us for your water. You definitely want to drink water in your car on the way there. You should be drinking water. Actually, you should be drinking water today to get ready for the weekend. You start drinking now. But there's emergency water stations in the field. We have several golf carts that are going to have water mounted to the golf cart. So if you like on the field and you get thirsty or whatever, you can walk over to one of the golf carts and the referee will help you out. We have a fully stocked airsoft. We have a store with a big water cooler. We have all drinks, Gatorade, soda, all the good stuff. Don't drink soda, but we have it. Yeah, I'm excited for you to see it, because I know Wiener was there about a year ago when we first opened. But
I was there for your anniversary, I think, also.
The anniversary one.
Yep.
Yeah. But even since then, we've done a lot.
Oh, no. Yeah, you've done a lot. I can tell in the picture that you've done a lot. But it's a fun field to play on, and it's going to be a great event. So make sure you get your tickets now and get over there. If you haven't gotten your tickets early, get them now anyways, and go have fun. 3 days of playing.
Yeah, I didn't want to do something super structured and all that. It's a very chill airsoft environment. I strive to be family friendly. And like you could ask Wiener, and he's seen my mom treats everyone there so nice, like family. And I think that's one of the greatest things. All my staff members, like I instill upon them, like we're not here to boss people around and have egos and all that. We're here to have safe, fun at gameplay. People have problems, we help them. We have techs on site. Normally, we don't even charge for tech work and all that. If I can fix the gun and get the kid on the field, we'll do that. And I love being a part of the community. I've been playing airsoft for like 22 years now. I refereed since I was 16, and I'm 31 now. I think for
Damn, you're old.
Yeah, I've been reffing airsoft since I was 16.
Back in my day.
Back in my day. Back in my day, we had like Walmart sunglasses and like Matrix monster gearboxes with no chronoing and. I mean. I really hope people try it out. It's just I hope people just come check the field out. If you want to just come for one day, it's only $30, so it's $5 more than our normal entry. And then we have lunch available all 3 days. We have dinner available for Friday and Saturday. Breakfast available, which we actually have never done breakfast before, so I'm excited to try that out. I'm thinking about making it a staple of our normal weekend gameplay where you can come to the field and have breakfast in the morning and just breakfast burritos or omelets or whatever. So it's just something we're trying.
So is the meals included?
Unfortunately, no. So the lunches are $5. Breakfast is $6. What was that?
That's it?
Yeah.
No, the price is nuts.
I mean,
they don't
that's
gouge
my
you.
shock of that's
Yeah,
it.
no. Yeah, they don't gouge you there.
Straight.
No,
So just wait.
everything's
All right, so
affordable.
lunches were $5, breakfast was $6. How much was dinner?
I think the dinner is going to be expensive. It's $8.
Oh.
I'm out.
But
let me get this straight. Let me just do this. Hold on. So for $19 a day, you can
feed a poor airsoft kid. Yes,
that's $20 a day. You can feed. Yep.
Wow. I mean,
you can go down the road to McDonald's and spend $12 for just a cheeseburger meal
for a shitty hamburger.
I hate going to like Disney or whatever, and you spend $5 for a soda and all. Like I sell you could add
$5. What did you spend $5 for a soda at Disney? It's more like 12 from the cup and everything.
No, I'm saying, but like I try not to price gouge. Even like everything in my store. If you walk into the store and you walk over to the rifle rack, and you're like, "How much is that gun?" I'm going to tell you the price on it, and you can go and the first thing people do is they pull up their phone, like, I'm going to Google this gun on Amazon. This same exact gun, you're going to see the same exact price. I sell everything. The map price, everything is map. The only thing that is a little bit more expensive is BBs and gas, because that's the traditional thing. We have to keep the doors open. We sell food at really decent rates and all. We make a good money on food and all that, but I don't try to over gouge people. I want people to go there for $5. You get a hamburger, bag of chips, and you're good to go. And we have a lot of kids that come every single weekend, and for $30 you get entry and bed, and the parents drop them off, and then they go to bingo, and they love it.
That in itself, like everything that goes down there, it's like, I don't know of any place for like when we were just when we went to have the gyro and all that, right? The cheapest thing on the menu, Ian, was like $12, right, at the food truck.
Yeah. The breakfasts were affordable, but like once you got into like sandwiches and platters, it was it was
look, the gyro's delicious. It was this big, but it was $14 for just the gyro, and it filled me up, sure, but I mean, just saying, less than $20 because you're at 11. If you get 6, it's 6, 5, and 8.
Yep. Well, I've been to events where it's $15 for just a burger, fries, and no drink.
Yeah. So I mean,
you could be there all weekend long, eat there all weekend long, and you're still going to barely break $100.
Yeah,
that's what you're saying.
Yep.
And you can bring your own BBs. You don't have to use our BBs. That's another thing saving money.
That's it. Yep. No, that's
but you don't have to buy our food either. You can bring your own food. You're more than welcome to bring a cooler. You could bring a grill. We just ask that you clean up after yourself if you could. couple weeks ago, we had someone they bought a brand new grill from Walmart. They grilled a bunch of burgers and then they left the grill behind. I'm like, why? It's like you could. Okay, that's besides the point. Airsoft players are different.
So all in. So if somebody joining just now, like, am I going to go to this event? 3 days, fireworks show, meals for. Wait, you don't have meals on Friday, do you?
Yeah,
We have
they'll be cooking.
We have walking tacos.
Yep.
But no dinner.
That's field. Yeah.
That's going to be dinner.
What about lunch?
We're not doing lunch because we're opening at lunchtime, so we're hoping people eat right before they get there. But
so all in.
thing,
hold on, I just did the math. All of it. So
$90.
3 days. No, it's actually more than 90. But 3 days.
Not
Like
much.
right now, it's more than 90. Like if they would have showed up, it would have been cheaper. But for 3 days, meals for Friday night through Sunday. Well, I guess there's no. What time does it end Sunday?
5:30.
Is there? So there's no dinner Sunday either, right?
No. The only thing that I have no control of the price will be the food truck. He's going to be selling stuff for fair pricing, so I don't know what his prices are. He hasn't told me. He just told me what he's selling. He's selling pizza, wings, garlic bread, garlic naan, that kind of stuff.
So again, just modifying the pricing for 3 days, 3 meals on Saturday, at least 1 meal on Sunday, or 2 meals Sunday and 1 meal on Friday. You're looking at $108. $108 for 3 days worth of game, fireworks show, movie night, games, access to Black Tiger Airsoft, party with your buddies on the 4th of July weekend. $108 for all that. Please take my money.
Camping included. We have stuff, water on site for the campers. We have porta potties on site, garbage on site, all that kind of stuff. So we try to make sure that everyone is comfortable. If you camp next to where my store is, and if you give me an extension cord long enough, I'll probably plug it in. You have power too, but only if you like me. I like you. I mean,
oh wait, only if they also show up on time, right?
The good thing is, like, we've been doing this so long. Like, the way that our events work, we have a cutoff time for every single event. So, like, every game mode and all that stuff. So if you want to get going from the get-go, if you want to play from minute number 1, you had to have had a briefing, either had a safety briefing with in person or watch our safety briefing video, which we have a video now, and done all that beforehand. So whenever the game starts at 10 o'clock, the people on the field playing have already got all that stuff. If you were not fast enough, if you're a slow airsoft and all that, we'll get you on the field, but I can't guarantee you'll be on the field. We have a cutoff. We have it down to a system, like especially on Sundays and all that, where the games are a little bit more complicated on a traditional weekend, where if you don't make the briefing, you don't play that game. Unfortunately, you have to sit out. I think we're really fair about it, and we give warnings like, hey, you have 10 minutes to get up here, and then, like, that's just how I am. We have.
I'm just being a smartass about it because, like I said, that thing at Bad Blood, it still irked me. The entitlement of coming up and being nasty with people that have no control over what has happened. Yeah,
Well, it happens every single weekend to us, so that's why you have to be a little bit mean about it, saying, like, hey, like I told you guys, 10 minutes. The game is starting in 10 minutes, and if you're not ready in 10 minutes, unfortunately, we can't help you. And then for you guys, it's like, hey, registration, it ends at this time, and if you're not there ready to go at that time, then I'm sorry, I can't cater just to you. We have 400 and something other players to deal with for your event.
Well, we ended it early only because nobody was there for 20 minutes. And of course, and then on top of that, after we closed it, nobody showed up for another 15 minutes. So it's like, it's not like that we saw a whole bunch of people walking up and go, nope, we're closed. We were closed down for 15 minutes before the person comes up and goes, well, bro, just.
But everything you've said, I don't see how this is a losing situation at all. This sounds great.
This event's gonna be fun. It's gonna be badass.
If anything, it's a good point or a good time to come check out the field. I put a lot of work into this field, and I'm continuing. That's why the map's not going out until Thursday night because I don't know how much I'm going to get done of the new areas we're working on. I'm clearing paths and everything. There's a lot of new stuff. Just come check the field out. Come play for at least one day. $30. Come play. Have a good time.
Get some home cooked food.
Get some home cooked food. It's just
with some great people, right? I mean, yeah, sure. It's probably going to be hot. It's Florida. It might rain at 3 o'clock, like it does every single day. Just be prepared and go out there with an expectation to have some fun. And I mean, there's very few places that are going to be open on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
For something to do. Personally, the only reason why I'm not going to be on the 4th of July because I know it's going to happen around my house on the 4th of July, and I'm going to be on dog duty the entire time because it's as if World War III breaks out. We have competing rich neighbors that decide that they're going to go to Neptune fireworks and see who could spend the most money. So it's going to be interesting to watch that. But I'll be up there probably unless I'm really dog shit sick, and I'll be there Saturday to check out the field. At the very least, check out the field.
Yeah, just come hang out.
Yeah,
we've been here for over a year now. You haven't visited. It made me sad. Wiener's visited twice.
Well, Wiener lives an hour away. I mean, I live like 3 hours away.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
I would be there this weekend, but my grandkids will be in town.
No,
you won't be there, but I would love to be there. I mean, I'm gonna have to make it up over anyways, because the field looks awesome from here, even from
and then Wiener also approached me about a year ago saying, "Hey, we might want to run an event there one day," and I'm like, "The field's not ready."
Yep,
we're getting there. The field.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I've been holding my patience, and I definitely want to host an event there, and so New Breed will be coming to that field eventually soon. But like I said, I was waiting for you to get finished. That's why I haven't brought it up at all. But yes, that is still there in my mind, and we can have an awesome event there for a weekend.
We're getting, I mean, Brad, we're right. It's a free fireworks. So you for Friday, you don't have to pay to play. You could just come hang out if you want to. You could show up Friday and just buy a taco and watch the fireworks and watch the Patriot if you want to. You don't have to pay for that. You could just hang out, and it's a good community. The store is going to be open if you want to check out some airsoft products. I have a bunch of cool stuff in there. People check out, and then you can talk to me. I will really talk your ear off about airsoft. I know, like, it's my autism. Like, I love airsoft. It's just I've been in the game forever, and
Mark yells at me all the time anytime I go anywhere because I stop and talk. I did it in Denmark.
The problem is that it's not a matter that we just stop and talk, right? If we're just there to talk, that's one thing. But if we're there to play and we're on a time schedule,
and you're on the time schedule. I wasn't on time. I was on vacation. I was on vacation meeting new people. So bite me.
I shot you for it.
You didn't shoot me. Dane shot me for you.
No, that was the other. That was the first time.
That's right.
I shot you. Oops.
It was so
inside
fun.
of the
We had
one
a good
place.
time.
Danny, I really appreciate you coming on and talking about BTA, man. I know I haven't been out there. I'm definitely going to come out and get some footage. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I probably won't play Saturday, but I will come up, hang out, and do the stuff. I'll record some things. Maybe if there's a tower to stand in, I'll maybe do a live video while we're there, depending on how. Oh, there goes the.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity. It's very nice. Last time I was on a stream with you guys, it was in the middle of our day and night game, and I was on my phone next to a fire because it was like 30 degrees outside. And I'm like, we're having fun out here. I promise.
We're having fun out here. No, I really do appreciate you coming on, Ian. Also, thank you again for coming on and talking about Bad Blood. I know that we're trying. That wasn't me. Where the hell did he go?
He just Irish goodbye. He's like, boop.
No, thanks for having me. And thanks for working it with me. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That was my end. I lost internet connection.
Bad Blood. It's like now. Like before, I was saying, look, I can't do anything. I have no authority. What does he do at the end of all of it? He gives me an admin patch. I was like, son of a bitch, Ian. I don't
want to hear it.
I can't sneak out of this anymore.
You've been dead
Next year, I'm gonna do my darnest to actually come to. I've never played. I played all over the world. I played in France and Ireland and all that. I've never been to New York to play airsoft. So next
Actually,
year,
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Okay, I'm saying I've never played in Pennsylvania either. So I've never been north of North Carolina to play airsoft. So I would love to go to an airsoft event.
Anytime.
I want to start playing again.
Anytime that you want to go to an event, you can fly there, sir. Just get your shit to Wiener's house. I'll haul it for you if I'm driving.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what I do. I fly.
Like, if you want to go to Bad Blood, I have no issues with hauling it up. That way, you don't have to take that much time off. You can fly up.
Actually, I'm going to start looking into flying my gear out to, say, California or whatever, so I can go to John Lou's events out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, aces can fly. It's just a matter of it's a pain in the butt.
I've always wanted to play in California. I never got a chance to.
Yeah, that's one thing I want to do. Go do that. I want to go to New Mexico. I want to go to Phoenix to the mall.
Yeah.
There might be a possibility. Might be possibility next, not this September coming up, but the following September about something in Austria that I'm working on with somebody. So I'll talk to you later. Yeah.
All right. So with that all being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children, all ages, that is our show for tonight. I would like to thank everybody that has been watching, been here the entire duration. The numbers have been pretty steady the entire time. I want to thank the man with the field, that's putting everything on, Daniel McKnight. Thank you very much for coming on the stream tonight. Also want to go ahead and thank Mr. Ian Sonic, the now lead producer of the Bad Blood series. It's not a party until he comes out. Wiener from New Breed Airsoft, and of course, I am Joker from Players Wanted. Until next time, may your BBs fly true and your opponents always call your hits. Good night.
Squirrel!